who controls the Earth? Aliens, or other indigenous species? August 1, 2019. There have been many claims from various people talking about extraterrestrial involvement in human affairs. These date back to ancient times, to the present day, and to the inner workings of world governments. Attention: content of the subject without proof of the truth of the claims presented therein, and may go against the currently accepted science and common beliefs. We also remember that the acronym FO does not necessarily mean lean spaceship, but simply an identified flying object, whatever its origin, human or extraterrestrial. Who controls the Earth? Aliens, or other indigenous species? Artistic drawing of an alien spaceship near the Earth. A large number of these allegations, reports, and even sightings will undoubtedly someday prove to be extraterrestrial visitors of one kind or another. As for who controls our planet, however, including the decisions of the few that affect the many, it may be something else entirely. Some refer to them as the elite, or even the reptilians, suggesting that they are foreign to humans, either figuratively or literally depending on their point of view. This may well be true. However, is it also true that they are not foreign to the Earth, but another, even hidden, indigenous species? Someone whose influence goes straight to antiquity, and who has not given up control over humanity since then. White aliens manage America. Some news that has been circulating for some time is the alleged allegation by whistleblower Edward Snowden that white aliens dominate America. The news says that the alien race LSO helped in the fast-paced pace of German rearmament in the 1930s. This allowed the Nazis to fight through Europe compared to poorly equipped opponents. Many of these German scientists and highly advanced weapon specialists would end up in the United States as part of Operation Paperclip. Snowden reportedly asserted that it was shortly thereafter, in the early 1950s, that these all-whites were introduced to America. Although it is easy to dismiss such accounts as pure folly and fantasy, as in most statements like these, if they are false, there are usually some elements of truth within them. It may be worth remembering that much of what Snowden revealed seems, at least on the surface, to be very accurate. But in a world of cheating and misinformation within genuine truth, all information must undergo thorough study. Incidentally, numerous reports of so-called reptilian creatures often claim that they are tall and have a strange pale, almost white color. We will return to this possible reptilian connection later. Before that, check out the video below about Snowden's claims. Second kind controls the economy and religion of the world. Although a little less dramatic, but certainly no less worrying, are the allegations made by a World Bank Senior Council official, Karen Hoods, widely regarded as a sane and respected mind in her field. Strange then that she suddenly said that a second species controls all aspects of money and religion on Earth. In part, she states, one of these groups are hominids. They are very intelligent, not creative, but with very cold and mathematical thinking. She went on to talk about how they can breed with human females, and then stated, we live in a world of secret societies and secrets, and the information the public should know is not public. She clearly states in the interview that a second species controls the world economy and the direction of the major religions. Again, this is a statement often made by many people, with numerous different inclinations placed upon it. However, it may be important to pay attention to the phrasing of your words. She makes it clear that she is not referring to aliens themselves, but to certain non-human species. Again, while it may be important to question the source and platform, and more importantly, the possible benefits to them of such leaks of information, it is still a remarkable thing for someone to say, not least, a person who has such a position. If, for the sake of argument, we call the second species reptilians, as many other researchers have done, could it be that they are not outer space lizards but rather another form of intelligent indigenous life? The video below shows Hoods talking briefly about his claims. https://youtu.be/volfpp4n1pk links to reptilian bloodlines. Although he is not alone in his claims, the author, David Icke, is perhaps one of the best known of those who claim that the entire planet is run by a relatively small number of lineage people and families. These lineages go into ancient Egypt and beyond Babylon and Sumer. Some even believe it to be the result of the Anunnaki, who legend has created humans as a race of slaves, combining their DNA with the most developed indigenous primate. Icke himself claims that these lineages are reptiles. All presidents in the United States, for example, attach themselves to these lineages, one way or another, with most of them having direct links with royal families across Europe, including the British royal family, also connect with these lineages, as do leading banking and influential figures throughout history. All of a sudden, the claims of tall alien whites, when viewed alongside these proven links to elite lineage families, do not seem all that strange, even if the white extraterrestrials are actually tall white reptilians, or a second species. List of Sumerian kings. If we look at the Sumerian kings list, it is evident that the reigns of the rulers before the flood lasted hundreds of years. Only after this period did the reigns become more reflective of human life as we know it today. Did all human life before the flood last hundreds of years? If so, why did human life expectancy decrease after this period, and what was the reason for it? Or were the rulers of pre-flood times an alien species to humans, indigenous or not? Whether life has come from space thousands, perhaps millions of years ago, or whether it has developed here and is unknown to us, is something to debate. And, accepting some of David Icke's theories, could these rulers retreat into the shadows, secretly ruling through coercion, or even through some kind of ability to change shape or possession? Unlikely as it may seem, some will argue that it is because of the conditioning of generations to find such ridiculous notions. Incidentally, it mentions that the ruling elite, which is 0% of the lineage, lives for hundreds of years and only owns its host. Are they the direct descendants of the early kings, who would reign for hundreds of years? Can this second species be more precisely the first species? What if they control the economy of the world? Could we, human beings, still be slaves, just of a different kind? We no longer work with gold in the bowels of the earth, but now we work for the digital version.